Hello students, welcome to the series of organic chemistry name reactions. Dear students, we have been learning very important name reactions. Today we are going to learn one of the important oxidation reaction, that is Oppenauer oxidation. Before moving further, let us see what is oxidation with respect to organic chemistry. Oxidation, we have learned that Leoger. What it is? Leoger stands for lending of electrons is oxidation. At the same time, gaining of electrons is reduction. So as per the definition, lending of electrons, or in another way, removal of hydrogen is oxidation, or addition of oxygen is oxidation. So these are all the definitions of oxidation. Let us take one example. Ethane. When I treat it with nickel, it is going to lose minus hydrogen and it gives ethylene. This is oxidation. Oxidation of ethane to ethylene is done by using transition metal like nickel. This reagent is known as oxidizing agent. What is the reaction here? As per the definition, we are removal of hydrogen. Hydrogens are removed. Let us take these two hydrogens out to give ethylene. So it is one of the examples of oxidation. Further, if I treat it with same nickel and it is going to lose another hydrogen molecule to give acetylene. This is acetylene. It is also oxidized. Ethylene to acetylene is an oxidation reaction. This acetylene, upon oxidation using water, it is going to give vinyl. So vinyl alcohol. This vinyl alcohol is not going to be stable. It tautomerizes to acetaldehyde, CH3 C double bond O hydrogen, acetaldehyde. This step is oxidation. Acetylene to acetaldehyde is oxidation. This further upon oxidation, it is going to give acetic acid. So these are all the oxidation reactions. Ethane to ethylene, ethylene to acetylene, acetylene to vinyl alcohol, and this vinyl alcohol is nothing but tautomer of acetaldehyde. This acetaldehyde further oxidation gives acetic acid. So what we are doing here? We are adding oxygen. So addition of oxygen is oxidation. Yes, here also we are adding oxygen. Addition of oxygen is oxidation. This is how oxidation can be defined. If I take primary alcohol, which is attached to this primary alcohol, and do the oxidation, I am going to get aldehyde. This is aldehyde. If I take secondary alcohol and do the oxidation, I am going to get ketone. This is ketone. Yes, this is secondary alcohol. This is primary alcohol and it is secondary alcohol. Upon oxidation, primary alcohol gives aldehyde and secondary alcohol gives ketone. However, if I take tertiary alcohol and this oxidation is not going to be done. Yes, so primary alcohols gives aldehydes and secondary alcohols gives ketone. So the reagents which used here for the oxidation of these alcohols to carbonyl compounds are known as oxidizing agents. Oxidizing agents available for the conversion of alcohols to aldehyde or ketone. There are 5 types of reagents available. 5 types. The first category is chromium 6 compounds. So the usual compounds are chromium trioxide in water, sulfuric acid, or chromium trioxide in water, acetic acid, or I can take chromium trioxide, sulfuric acid in acetone. This reagent is known as Jones reagent. These 3 reagents are acidic in nature because we are using strong sulfuric acid or acetic acid. If the substrate is acid sensitive, then I can use chromium trioxide with pyridine complex. This is known as Sarrett reagent. Or I can use chromium trioxide pyridine complex in presence of dichloromethane. It is known as Collins reagent. These are all very important, students. Reagent. So this is one type of reagents, and the second type of reagent which is commonly used reagent is MnO2, manganese dioxide, which oxidizes primary, secondary, allylic, benzylic, all types of alcohols can be oxidized using manganese dioxide. And third category reagents are DMSO reagents. These DMSO reagents, dimethyl sulfoxide, DMSO plus DCC, dicyclohexyl carbodiimide, is known as Moffat reagent. If DMSO plus oxalyl chloride plus triethylamine, it is known as Swern oxidation. So in place of oxalyl chloride, I can use TFA, trifluoroacetic anhydride, or acetic anhydride, right? So Swern oxidation. And fourth category are silver carbonate, Ag2CO3, silver carbonate. Or the present important reagent what we are going to discuss is Oppenauer oxidizing agent, which is nothing but aluminium isopropoxide, or you can use aluminium tertiary butoxide, any one of these two, plus acetone or cyclohexanone. Oppenauer oxidation. Yes, students. So now we are going to discuss in detail about what is Oppenauer oxidation mechanism and the examples under this reaction. Let us see the Oppenauer oxidation in detail. Yes, students, let us see Oppenauer oxidation. If I take alcohol plus acetone in presence of aluminium tertiary butoxide, usually solvent can be used. Let us take toluene. I am going to get here alcohol, and this is ketone. It is the oxidation of alcohol to ketone is the product, and this is going to be obtained as the byproduct of isopropyl alcohol, IPA. Yes, this is the product what we are going to get as oxidized product. So this in place of acetone, I can take same example cyclohexanone as hydrogen acceptor. This acetone is accepting these two hydrogens from the alcohol to give ketone product. So in place of acetone, to improve the yields, I can take cyclohexanone, and the reagent is going to be same reagent, tertiary butoxide, toluene. I am going to get the same product plus cyclohexanol. This is the byproduct. What are the commonly oxidizable products or the compounds? under Oppenauer oxidation. Yes, students, this is a mild reagent and acidic and basic sensitive groups will not be disturbed. It is a mild reagent. It oxidizes primary, secondary, allylic and benzylic alcohols can be oxidized, and this is highly chemoselective. That means it oxidizes only alcohols. It oxidizes only alcohols. It is not going to disturb other functional groups. So the ketone or the aldehyde is not going to be further oxidized to acid. It is highly chemoselective. In previous lecture, I have explained the reverse of this reaction is known as MPV reduction, Meerwin-Ponderoff-Verley reduction. Yes, it is a reversible reaction. However, since we are using tertiary butyl group here, it can be obtained as tertiary butanol, which is not going to disturb our reaction. So this reaction can be pushed towards forward by using excess of this ketone, which can be removed very easily as isopropanol. Yes, or you can use cyclohexanone in place of this alcohol. What else? So you can oxidize alcohols of primary, secondary, allylic, benzylic alcohols, and it is highly chemoselective. When it comes to the reagent, what we are using? Usually you can use aluminium isopropoxide, or it can be written as it is nothing but aluminium O isopropyl group taken twice, or you can use aluminium tertiary butyl oxide. This can be written as aluminium, or it can be written as. So these are the usual reagents for the oxidation of Oppenauer oxidation reaction. However, very important reagent is potassium tertiary butoxide also can be used in place of aluminium tertiary butoxide. This is slightly basic reagent. So this basic reagent you can use potassium tertiary butoxide instead of aluminium tertiary butoxide. So please remember this also. In place of acetone, you can take cyclohexanone. So usual reagent is acetone, or you can take cyclohexanone, or you can take methyl ethyl ketone. However, this reaction is sluggish or slow with respect to primary alcohols. To push forward this reaction with respect to primary alcohols, you can use easily hydrogen accepting compounds, where if I use this parabenzoquinone, or you can use even cinnamaldehyde, or you can use even acetaldehyde. This fluorinone, very important reagent, which is nothing but it is a ketone. So this fluorinone easily accepts hydrogen. So this is how you can take any one of these reagents. Either you can take aluminium isopropoxide, or usual reagent is aluminium tertiary butoxide plus acetone or cyclohexanone or methyl ethyl ketone, parabenzoquinone, cinnamaldehyde, acetaldehyde or fluorinone. Dear students, I am writing all these reagents because when you get upon arrow, if you get cyclohexanone, benzoquinone, cinnamaldehyde, you are not supposed to confused with the reaction. The fundamental reaction is oxidation of alcohols to ketones or alcohols to aldehydes. This is highly chemoselective reaction, which is nothing but Oppenauer oxidation reaction. Let us see its mechanism. Yes, students, let us see the mechanism of Oppenauer oxidation reaction. If I take alcohol, let us take in presence of aluminium tertiary butoxide using acetone as hydrogen acceptor, in benzene or toluene, let us take benzene at about 70 degrees, RT to 70 degrees, usually RT to 70 degrees. it can be done. I am going to get oxidized product, either aldehyde or ketone. It is going to reduce to isopropyl alcohol. So simply take out these two hydrogens and add these two hydrogens to here and this here, and make this alcohol into carbonyl compound double bond to give our product, oxidized product, and this hydrogen acceptor is going to be as alcohol. It can be easily removed from the reaction after the completion of reaction. Yes, this is the overall reaction of oxidation of alcohols to aldehydes. Let us see the mechanism. When you add to the alcohol aluminium tertiary butoxide, it is going to accept this with this aluminium reagent and it goes out as tertiary butanol by taking this hydrogen. So it is going out as OH, and now it is complexed with the alcohol aluminium, and these two tertiary butoxide groups are intact. Now it is complexed with our substrate alcohol. This is the intermediate, right? It is replaced by substrate alcohol. Now this alcohol hydrogen will be transferred to acetone. This is acetone. Now this hydrogen is going to be transferred to this. Before that, it makes a complex with this aluminium and it goes up to give carbonyl compound. And in the transition state, if I write transition state, I can write as aluminium now. At this stage, this hydrogen is going to be transferred from this alcohol to this carbon alcohol, and it is going to be form alkoxide bond with aluminum, and it is going to leave as carbonyl compound to give, it is nothing but R, C, O and R. This is our product. And what about this reagent? Aluminum O tertiary butyl, it is 2 times, and now this is also, it is attached to here O, C, H and CH3, CH3. Yes, it is going to react with another 2 moles of alcohol to give totally as these 2 tertiary butyl groups also are going to be replaced with this CH, CH3 and CH3. Yes, and now it is also going to be replaced with this isopropyl group. Yes students, and the leftover is, it is going to be left as tertiary butanol. This is how you can do the oxidation of alcohols to aldehydes or ketones. Let us see its applications. Yes students, one of the important applications of this reagent is oxidation of unsaturated alcohols to unsaturated aldehydes or ketones. That means it is not going to disturb double bond. Double bonds are not disturbed. Let us take one example. So alcohol octatriene 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. This is one type of allyl alcohol, 6 methyl 3 5 7 octatriene 2 all. So this is allyl alcohol. If I use aluminum tertiary butoxide in presence of acetone as hydrogen acceptor in benzene, and these double bonds are not at all going to be disturbed. So this unsaturation group is intact. Only what is happening is here the hydrogen and this hydrogen are going to be taken up by this acetone to give ketone. This is the ketone we are going to get. So the beauty of this reaction is this allyl is going to be not disturbed, and this is alpha beta unsaturated ketone we are going to get. Yes, for example, if I take this alcohol and do the Oppenauer oxidation, I am going to get this ketone. I can use aluminum tertiary butoxide in presence of acetone and benzene. Yes friends, so this is oxidation. In recent exam, recently it was asked reverse of this. So alpha beta unsaturated ketone to alcohol. What is the reducing agent? They have given the options like hydrogen hydrate in sodium hydroxide, Wolff-Kishner reagent, and they have given another option Birch reduction, sodium in liquid ammonia, and another option they have given sodium borohydrate in presence of cerium chloride 7H2O. Among these, the correct option is sodium borohydrate, where it is not going to disturb this double bond in presence of cerium chloride heptahydrate. So, alpha beta unsaturated alcohols to ketones without disturbing alpha beta unsaturation, the best reagent is Oppenauer oxidizing agent. Yes, choose this oxidation. If the same question is asked in reverse manner, yes, you can use sodium borohydrate, cerium chloride heptahydrate. Yes, yes. Let us take one important starting material, alpha ionol carotenoid synthesis, friends. Alpha ionol in presence of Oppenauer oxidizing agent. Let us take aluminum tertiary butoxide in acetone and benzene. I am going to get straight away alpha ionone, which is the starting material for the synthesis of carotenoids, and without rearrangement of any double bonds or oxidation of double bonds. This is alpha ionone. This is alpha and beta. Alpha beta unsaturated ketones. Alpha beta unsaturated alcohols to alpha beta unsaturated ketones. This is how alpha ionol can be oxidized to alpha ionone using Oppenauer oxidizing agent. Let us take some more examples. Oxidation of unsaturated primary alcohols using parabenzoquinone. So this parabenzoquinone is going to be a good hydrogen acceptor. Using this parabenzoquinone, the reaction will be pushed forward very fast. Let us take one example and see. By using this benzoquinone in place of acetone and cyclohexanone, let us take this is geraniol. Upon oxidation using aluminum tertiary butoxide in presence of parabenzoquinone in benzene. Yes, as a solvent, benzene is used as a solvent. So 3 to 4 hours the reaction can be completed to give citral, which is highly important synthon. Yes students, so oxidation of unsaturated primary alcohols can be oxidized using parabenzoquinone as hydrogen acceptor. Let us take hexenol in presence of aluminum tertiary butoxide in presence of cinnamaldehyde. In place of this parabenzoquinone, I can use cinnamaldehyde, which is going to give cinnamyl alcohol as a byproduct, cinnamaldehyde. So here I am using as hydrogen acceptor cinnamaldehyde in benzene. Oxidation of this hexene, or I am going to get oxidized aldehyde. This is aldehyde. I am going to get aldehyde, and this cinnamaldehyde is going to be out as cinnamyl alcohol. Yes students, let us take very important conversion, oxidation of vitamin A1. Let us take vitamin A1. This is vitamin A1. Upon oxidation, you can use acetaldehyde. So these are all the variants of cyclohexanone or the ketone variations. So in this case I am going to use acetaldehyde as hydrogen acceptor in benzene and using aluminum isopropoxide, I am going to get this aldehyde we are going to get. Yes, oxidation of this vitamin A1 can be done using Oppenauer oxidation reagent. So this is how it is not at all disturbing this conjugation and double bonds. So this is how it is highly chemoselective towards only alcohols. Let us take some more examples. Yes students, one of the important key point of this Oppenauer oxidation is rearrangement of beta gamma double bond of alcohols into alpha beta unsaturated aldehydes or ketones. Yes students, let us take one beta gamma unsaturated alcohols, CH2. This is alpha beta gamma unsaturated alcohol. During the Oppenauer oxidation, let us take aluminum tertiary butoxide in presence of acetone. We are expected that it should give without rearranged product. This is CH2 and this is usual expected product where beta gamma unsaturated carbonyl compound. However, it is not going to be obtained. We are going to get this double bond is going to be rearranged to or migrated to alpha beta position to give more stable alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound. This is alpha and beta. This alpha beta unsaturated double bond is conjugated with ketone. So conjugated double bond O is highly stable. Because of this stability, it is going to be rearranged to alpha beta unsaturated double bond carbonyl compound. This rearrangement reaction is highly important during the synthesis of steroids chemistry. So this Oppenauer oxidation reaction is highly useful during the synthesis of steroids. Let us take cholesterol, which is having beta gamma unsaturation. This is cholesterol alpha beta gamma. This beta gamma unsaturated alcohol is going to be oxidized using aluminum tertiary butoxide in presence of acetone to give cholesterol. So this is how you can do the oxidation with rearranged double bond, where this beta gamma unsaturated double bond is going to be rearranged to alpha beta. So this is ketone and alpha beta unsaturated ketone we are going to get, whereas remaining ring structure is not going to be disturbed. This is cholesterol. This is how cholesterol to cholesterol can be oxidized using Oppenauer oxidation. So one of the important applications of Oppenauer oxidation is oxidation of formate esters to aldehydes or ketones using Oppenauer oxidation. So formate esters can be done, but it is not going to oxidize benzoate or acetate esters. So it is very specific to formate esters. Let us take one formate ester. It is formate ester. During this oxidation, it is going to be converted into this acid group, and now it is going to lose carbon dioxide to give alcohol. This alcohol during the reaction in presence of aluminum tertiary butoxide in acetone, it is going to be converted into carbonyl compound, whether it is aldehyde or ketone. So it is ketone we are going to get. Yes students, so this is how formate esters can be oxidized using Oppenauer oxidation. Next, let us take decanol oxidation of decanol or alicyclic alcohols. So this is decanol upon oxidation using aluminum isopropoxide I can take. In presence of acetone, I am going to get decanone. This is how oxidation of decanol can be done, or alicyclic alcohols. Oxidation of alicyclic alcohols can be done using Oppenauer oxidation reaction. Yes, students. So, simple example from ethanol CH2OH to acetaldehyde can be done using Oppenauer oxidation. This is how this Oppenauer oxidation reaction is a very important reaction with respect to its chemoselectivity, and it is highly useful during the synthesis of steroids. I hope you enjoyed this topic. Thank you, students. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe my channel Venus Academy if you are not yet subscribed, and don't forget to click on like button and bell button. Bye. We will meet again with new reaction. Till then, bye. Wish you all the best. Thank you. Arigato gozaimasu.